This is the Roulette Master, and I cannot wait to share with you the incredible green jacket roulette system that was inspired by the Masters tournament coming up. And this was sent in by one of my subscribers, Scott Gearhart. Not only is it a really fun, exciting roulette system, but it'll make you a lot of money in the casino. And let's go ahead and get started. We're going to put his system today up against Fibonacci 12, which is going to go first. Each is going to get 15 minutes of playtime, and let's go ahead and get started. So with Fibonacci 12, we're going to start with a $10 bet on the one that's been the longest to hit out of the 12s, which would be third 12. Let's go ahead and spin, and the timer's set for 15 minutes. And I think you're going to absolutely love the new green jacket roulette system by Scott. The purse is going to gradually increase until you win that green jacket. And let's go ahead and we're going to replay that $10 bet. Although now, and it'll still be on third 12, it'll be for $10. It's still the one that's longest to hit, so we'll stay right there. The first two bets are 10 and 10. And we got the win. So now we find the one that's been that's been the longest since it is hit, which would be second 12. And we place a $10 bet. We're currently up $10 with Fibonacci 12. This is a fantastic roulette system. It's a $2,000 bankroll, but you can also play it with a $200 bankroll and a dollar unit. So remember that as well for low rollers out there. You don't have to play for this much. We're up $30, and we'll be on first 12 for 10. And once we get past the first two bets of $10, we'll be adding up the two previous bets to get the next bet. That's the Fibonacci sequence. And that's a win right there. Fantastic. So we're already up $50 with this one, and we'll be on third 12 for 10. That's the one that's been the longest since it is hit. We're a minute 15 in with Fibonacci 12. And that's a 2 black. That's a loss, so we will go ahead and place our second $10 bet on third 12. All right, here we go. That is a 32 red, and that's a win. All right, so we're already up $60. We'll be on second 12 now for 10. And as we get further in the progression, you'll probably get a better understanding of this. But it really is a great system to make a lot of money in the casino. And I know it's been very successful multiple times on the channel. We're up 80 right now, and we'll be on first 12 for 10 now. And you'll notice more as we get through the progression. And the more that you risk, the more the reward is. And that's a loss, so we'll place our second $10 bet on first 12. And here we go. That's a 22 black. Okay, so now we'll start adding up the two previous bets. So we'll have a $20 bet. The two previous bets of 10 are added together. And let's see if we can get this $20 bet on first 12. We did not. That's a 36 red. So now we add up the two previous bets of 20 and 10, and we will have a $30 bet. So now we have a $30 bet on first 12, and here we go. That's a loss, 30 red. So now we'll add up the two previous bets of 30 and 20. Now we'll have a $50 bet on first 12. Here we go. And we got it. That's 11 black. And you notice the more we risk, the more the reward. We just won $100 there, and we're up 110. So we'll be on second 12 for 10 now. That's the longest one since it is hit, and we're 3 minutes, 10 seconds in out of 15. And that's a 22 black. And that's a win. All right. So you can see we're up $130 already. That's fantastic. Let's put a 10 on third 12 and start the sequence again. That's a 24 black. Let's place our second $10 bet on third 12 now. Here we go. That's a 5 red. Okay, so now we'll place a $20 bet on third 12. We'll add up the two previous bets of 10 and 10. And here we go. That's a 17 black. That's a loss. So now we'll add 20 plus 10. We'll have 30 on third 12 now. Here we go. It's a 23 red. That's another loss. So let's add up the two previous bets again. We'll add 30 plus 20. We'll have a $50 bet on third 12. All right. Let's see a high number here. And we got it. That's a 30 red. Again, the more you risk, the more reward. We won 100. We're up 160, and we'll be on first 12 for 10. And let's start the Fibonacci sequence again. Here we go. We're 4.5 minutes in out of 15. And that's a 31 black, and that's a loss. So we'll place our second $10 bet on first 12 now. Again, it goes 10-10, and then after that, you add up the 2 previous bets for the next one. That's a 0, and that's not what we wanted. So we'll add 10 plus 10. We'll have a $20 bet on first 12 now. We're almost 5 minutes in out of 15 with Fibonacci 12, and that's a 13 black. That's a loss. We'll add 20 plus 10. Now we'll have a $30 bet on first 12, and let's see if we can get a low number here. And we did not. That's a high number, 35 black. So we'll add up 30 plus 20. Now we'll have a $50 bet on first 12, and let's see if we can get another low number. And we lost that one, 16 red. So now we'll add up 50 plus 30. Our next bet will be $80. You can see we're up 40 right now. Let's go ahead and spin. But once we get a win, we'll be have a lot more profit, and we'll continue to increase that profit. And now we'll add 80 plus 50. So that gives us a 130 total bet on first 12. This is why you need a $2,000 bankroll, just in case it goes a while without hitting like it is right now. And we got the win. That's a 5 red. Without that bankroll, you can't do that. We just won 260. Now we're up $220. So we'll be on second 12 for 10. Again, the further you go up in the sequence, the more reward there is when you get a win. And you can make a lot of money in a short amount of time with Fibonacci 12. That's another win right there. And we'll be on third 12 for 10. We're currently up $240. And let's see if we can get a win here on third 12. That's a loss with 13 black, so we'll place our second $10 bet on third 12. Again, after the first two $10 bets, you just add up the 2 previous, and that's your next bet. That is a 14 red. That's a loss, so we place a $20 bet on third 12 now. And we're 6.5 minutes in out of 15. That's a 14 red. That's a loss, so we'll add 20 plus 10. We'll have a $30 bet now on third 12. Then we'll check our balance again. We're almost 7 minutes in out of 15. That's a 23 red. That's a loss. We'll add 30 plus 20. We'll have a $50 bet on third 12. Let's see if we can get a high number here. And we just hit the 7-minute mark. That's a 5 red, and that's not a high number. That's pretty far away from a high number. So now we'll add 50 plus 30. And we'll have an $80 bet on third 12. And here we go. Let's see what the last third 12 to hit was after this one. And that's a loss, so we're going to add 80 plus 50. Now we'll have a 130 bet on third 12. The last one to hit was the 36 red all the way down at the bottom. So let's go ahead and see if we can get a high number with a 130 total bet. We did not. That's a 10 black. So we will add the 2 previous together, 130 plus 80 for a 210 total bet. There we go, 210 on third 12. So if we lose this one, we'll be adding up the 130 plus the 210. We lost again, so we will add that together. 210 plus 130, that's 210, 310 plus 30, that's 340. This is why we have the $2,000 bankroll. So if we lose this one, we'll be adding up the 210 plus the 340. But let's see if we can get a high number. It's been a long time. And we got it, 25 red. So we would have been able to place the next bet, and hopefully we would have got that one, but we didn't need to. And we're up $380 now. More risk, more reward. We'll be on second 12 for 10. That was a long time without a hit, but that can happen sometimes. So that's why you never want to gamble with money you can't afford to lose. But the reward for this one is really great. If you can get a good session going and cash out, this can make you a lot of money in a hurry. We're up 400, and we'll be on first 12 for 10. And here we go. We're almost 9 minutes in out of 15 now. And that's a 23 red. That's a loss, so we'll place our second $10 bet on first 12. See if we can get a low number here. And we got one. That's an 8 black. So we start the sequence over. We're up 410, and we'll be on third 12 for 10. You can see we make a lot more as we go up the sequence. And that's a 23 red. And that's a loss, so we'll place our second $10 bet on third 12. And it makes sense that the more risk, the more reward. And that's just the best way to do it, I think. And there's 2 losses there, so we'll add 10 plus 10. We'll have a $20 bet on third 12. We're 9 minutes, 40 seconds in out of 15. That's a 32 red. And that's a win. So now all of a sudden we're up 430, doing incredible with this one. We're on second 12 for 10 now, and here we go. That's a 3 red, and that's a loss. So we will place our second $10 bet on second 12. And here we go. Let's see what we get. It's another loss, 10 black, so we'll add up the 10 plus the 10. We'll have a $20 bet on second 12 now. We're 10 minutes and 12 seconds in out of 15. That's at 35 black, and that's another loss. So we'll add the 20 plus the 10. Now we'll have a $30 bet on second 12. And here we go. Let's see if we can get a second 12 hit, and we did. That's a 19 red. Fantastic. $60 win. We're at 450. And now we'll be on first 12, 410. And here we go again, starting the sequence over. This is doing fantastic. That's another win, 2 black. We'll take it. Okay, we're at 470. We'll be on third 12 for 10 now. Almost 11 minutes in out of 15 with Fibonacci 12. And that's the 21 red there. That's a loss. We'll place our second $10 bet on third 12. And then after the 2 10s, you always add up the 2 previous bets to get your next one. And that's a 31 black. That's a win. Fantastic. So we're up 480 now, doing incredible. We'll be on first 12 for 10. And here we go. I can't wait to share with you the new green jacket roulette system. You're going to absolutely love it. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great system. So let's go ahead and do our second $10 bet on first 12 now. We're 11 and a half minutes in out of 15. That's a 33 black. And that's a loss. So let's go ahead and place our $20 bet on first 12 now. We'll add up the 10 plus the 10, and here we go. That's a 11 black. That's a win. I like that. We're up $500 already. All right. And 12 minutes in, we'll place a $10 bet on second 12. Doing fantastic with this one. And that's a 35 black. And we'll place our second $10 bet on second 12. And when we were doing the bracket challenge, this was the most voted system that people thought would win the entire thing. So that's pretty interesting, and that's because it makes a lot of money in a short amount of time. And let's place a $20 bet now after those 2 $10 bets. And here we go. It's a 22 black, and that's a win. All right, we'll take it. That's a $40 win. We're at $520 now. We'll be on first 12 for 10, 12 and a half minutes in out of 15. Here we go. It's a 19 red. That's a loss. We'll place our second $10 bet on first 12. And let's see if we can get a low number here. We're doing incredible with this Fibonacci 12. And there's another win, 10 black. All right, let's keep it rolling. We're at 530, and we'll be on third 12 for 10. Here we go. And we have 2 minutes left with Fibonacci 12. And, man, I can't wait to share with you the new one coming up. So make sure you stick around for that one. That's another win there. We'll be on second 12 for 10 now. We're up $550 now. Absolutely doing fantastic with this one. And that's a 2 black. Let's place our second $10 bet on second 12 now. Here we go. And then we'll see when the last second 12 to hit was. But it doesn't matter because it just hit right there. We're good to go. And we're up 560. We'll be on third 12 for 10 now. And it looks like the last third 12 to hit was that 34 red. And we're 13 minutes, 42 seconds in out of 15 with Fibonacci 12. That's a 31 black. That's a win. And, man, just knocking it out of the park with this one today. We're up $580. It's a $2,000 bankroll system for $10 units, $200 bankroll for dollar units. And that's a 4 black. That's a win. We'll be on second 12 for 10 now. We're up $600 already. Incredible. 1 minute left with Fibonacci 12. Let's see what we get here. That's a 22 black. Another win. We'll be on third 12 for 10. Now we're up $620. Wow, that's fantastic. Here we go again. That's a 19 red. And we'll place our second $10 bet on third 12. The last one to hit was that 31 black down there below. And let's see if we can get a high number. We did not. That's a 23 red. So we'll place our $20 bet now on third 12. We'll add the 10 plus the 10. 20 seconds left. Here we go. That's a 32 red. Another win. Incredible. We're up $640. We'd be on first 12 for 10 now, but actually we just ran out of time. So Fibonacci 12 made $640 in 15 minutes. What a fantastic roulette system. Test it out as always and let me know in the comments what you guys think. I love to see them, and everybody in the community loves to see your comments as well, so make sure to share them. Let everybody know what you think of this system. But now it is time for the new roulette system of the day. I cannot wait to share this new system from Scott. Looks incredible and a lot of fun to play. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for the Green Jacket Roulette System by Scott Gearhart. I can't wait to share this with you. Not only is it a great system, but it's going to be a lot of fun with the Masters Tournament coming up here in April. And let's go ahead and get started. So let's place the bets first. We're going to have a $10 bet on holes 1 through 6, a $10 bet on holes 7 through 12, a $10 bet on holes 13 through 18, and then we're going to start with a $5 bet on the Green Jacket. And that's a $35 total bet. Let's go ahead and spend, and I'll share with you the progression as we go through this. That's a 23 red, and that's a loss. And we're going to act like the 0 is the Green Jacket, which is the purse, which is going to raise as we go through this. So make sure you pay attention to that. I'm going to share with you when and why it raises. And let's go ahead and keep the bets the same because we're going to be using the Fibonacci sequence modified with this one. That's a 9 red, and that's a $25 win. So you can see we're minus 10 right now, but what we're going to do with this Fibonacci sequence is we're going to go up and down in the same order. So basically, we're going to go back to the start now and to where we were, but we never increased the bet. So we're in the right spot. Let's go ahead and spin again, and I'll share with you what I mean by that as we go through. That's a 1 red. Okay, that's a $25 win. So now we're up 15. We'll just rebet and spin because you can't go any lower than where we started. And here we go. That's a 17 black. That's another $25 win. So we're up 40. We'll rebet and spin. And again, the $5 on the 0 is the Green Jacket. And that purse is going to increase as we go through if we do certain things. And I'm going to share with you what those things are as we go through here. Okay, so that is a loss. So we're going to do our second bet at 35 because we're using the Fibonacci sequence. The first and second bets would be the same. That's a 5 red. Okay, but we got the win, and we'll go back to where we started. But actually, we didn't actually go up, so we don't have to move. We're at 35 still. But again, the purse is the bet on the Green Jacket, which is the 0. That's a 1 red. That's a nice $25 win. We're at $55 right now, and let's go ahead and spin. We're 2 minutes, 10 seconds in with the Green Jacket Roulette System by Scott Gearhart. That's a 10 black, and that's another $25 win. We're up $80. All right, let's spin again here. All right, here we go. That is a 31 black. Okay, and that's a loss, so we're going to rebet that same amount. And then if we lose this, we're going to add up the 2 previous bets. Okay, that's a 31 black. Okay, we did lose. So now we're going to add up the 2 previous bets of 10 and 10. So that's going to be 20. On this one, you can actually hit, actually we can't hit the double. Let me fix that because the 0 is not going up yet. So let me change those to $10 units. And the 10s are going to go to 20. But remember, they went to 10 first. So it went 10, 10, now 20. And this, the Green Jacket's going to stay at 5 for now. But that's the purse in the golf tournament, which is the Masters. We're at $65 now. That purse is going to go up and down, and I'm going to show you when and why. That's a 5 red. All right, that's a $55 win. So if we're in session profit, then actually on this one, we're going to go up and down the same. So that was at 65. So we're going to go back to 35 is what we're going to do. So let's put those bets back out there. And we're basically using the Fibonacci sequence, and we're going up and down with wins and losses. So we'll be back to the original 10 now, which is the $35 bet. Let's go ahead and spin. We're up $65. So I want to make sure everybody gets that clear. We're not going to restart all the time. It's just because we've been near the bottom. That's why we're staying there. But it's going to go up and down the same way. So it'll go 10, 10, 20, and then 30, and then 50, and then 80, and so on. But when we win, we're going to go in reverse. We're not going to go back to the start. So let's go ahead, and we're up 90 now. Let's rebet and spin. And there's no need to increase the purse on the green jacket right now because we're doing so well. Now, when we get down a little bit, if we lose some money, we're going to increase the purse on the green jacket, which is the 0. And I'll explain that more as we go through. We're up $115, though. We're doing incredible with this one so far. We're 4 minutes, 41 seconds in. That's a 21 red. Okay, that's a loss. So we're going to repeat that bet exactly the same, which is the Fibonacci sequence. The first and second bets would be the same. That's a 36 red. We lost. So you can't hit the double button because we're adding up the two previous bets, and the purse is staying the same right now, which is the $5. So we're going to increase all of these from 10 to 20 now. But the first two were 10 and 10. Now we're at $65 total bet. Let's go ahead and spin. That's an 18 red. Okay, that's a win. So let's see where we were at. We're up $100 now. Now we go back to where we started because we're going in reverse. Okay? So now we're back to the original 35, which is 10 on each of the double streets, which cover the 18 holes, which is the Masters tournament. And that's a 29 black. That's a loss. So we're going to go back up because we were not back at the first $10 bet. We were at the second. So now those 10s will go up to 20. So you go up and down the exact same way. We're at 65 again. All right, so you have to keep track of where you're at, but it's really easy once you get the hang of it. That's a 28 black. Okay, so now we add up the 20 plus the 10. Now we'll have a $30 bet. So now we'll have 30. We went 10, 10, 20, now 30. The $30 bets because the last two bets were 20 and 10, and we added them together. The purse is still at $5 over there, but that's going to change if we don't get some wins here soon. This is a $95 total bet. I'm going to explain when and why here in a moment. That's a 9 red. Okay, that's an $85 win there. So we're up 85 now, so it doesn't trigger an increase in purse yet. So now we're going to go back 1. We're not going all the way back to the beginning. We're going back 1. So that means we're going to take out the ones we just added. Now we're back to the $65 level. Okay, here we go. That's a 17 black, and that's one of the holes on the golf course, so we know that's a win. And we won. We're up 140 now, and we're going to go in reverse again. Now we're at 35, back where we started. And if you hit one of the holes on the golf course, it's a good thing, and that's a 24 black. But remember, the ultimate goal of this is to win the green jacket, which is the 0. So we're going to go back up to 65 again because we're going up and down in the same sequence, and we weren't all the way back at the beginning, which would be 10 and 10. We were on the second 10. So now we just go back up to the 65. You can see the last bet was 35. We added 10 to each. We're at 65 again. So we're working our way up and down the Fibonacci sequence, and we're going back down the same way that we go up. And that's a $55 win. So what that means is we're up $160. That means we're going back down the Fibonacci sequence. We're back to 35. Okay? So here we go again. We're 8 minutes, 20 seconds in out of 15. That's a 19 red. We just missed the 18 holes there. So we're going up the Fibonacci sequence now. Okay, so from 10 to 20, we added, we went, originally started with 10, then 20, then you add 20 plus 10 for 30, and we'll go further than that as we go through here. But I'm going to explain here when we're going to increase the purse as well. We're up 125. We're at the $65 level now. We're 9 minutes in out of 15. That's a 29 black, and that's a loss. Okay, so now we go up the Fibonacci sequence again. So if you can see on here, we currently had 20 on each. So we add 20 plus 10, which is 30 on each of these bets. And we haven't had a reason to increase the purse yet, which is the 0. So we're up 60 right now. This is a $95 total bet. I'm going to share with you here in a minute when you increase the purse. And there is the green jacket. That's an $85 win. Fantastic. We're up $145. Normally you would cash out because you just won the green jacket, but we're playing for 15 minutes. I want to show you more of this system and explain to you when and why we increase the purse. So let's go ahead, and we just won that one, so we go back a unit. So here we go. Now we're back at 65. All right, here we go. That's a 23 red. And that's a loss. So we go back up the Fibonacci sequence. Now we're back at 30 each. That's 95 total. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 30 red. That's another loss. Okay, so we go up the Fibonacci sequence again. You can see we had 30 on there. So now we had 30 plus 20. That means now we're going to have 50 each on here. Whoops. Did you get that right? All right. Okay, now we have it right. 50 on each of those. That's because we had 30 plus 20. We keep it at 5, and I'm going to explain to you now when we're going to increase the purse, because now we're minus $15. That's a 13 black. Okay, so we won $145 there, so that was a good one. We're back up 130, but now we got to go back, and we went from 30 to 50 on that last one, which means now we need to pull $20 off each of those. So we're back to the $95 bet level. We're going up and down the Fibonacci sequence, which is adding up the two previous bets. When we win, we're going to go back one. When we lose, we're going to go up one. We're at the $95 level. And what we're going to do, the only way the purse increases, which is on the 0, is if you start losing. And that's an $85 win there. We're up $215 now. We're going to go back to the $65 level and spin, because again, we're going up and down. We're going back down the same way we went up. But we haven't been down more than $50, and that is the first trigger for this system. So there's a loss. So we're going to go up from 20 to 30 on each of these. And we're at the 95 level now. We're at 12 minutes in out of 15. Now, for each $50 that you get down, if you're down with this system, then you're going to increase by one more unit on the jackpot, which is the green jacket, which is the 0. So if you go down 50, you would increase that. So let's see where we're at now. We need to go up. We're going from 30 to 50 because we're adding up the two previous bets of 30 and 20. This is a 155 total bet. We're up 55. If we were to lose and we'd go down 50, we would need to increase that purse, which is the 0. And let's see if that happens here. Okay, so we lost $155 there. We're minus 100. So now, for each 50 that you go down, you increase by a unit. So that means now the purse would go from 5 to 15 because we're using the amount we're down. Each 50 that we're down increases it by $5 more. So let's go ahead and do that first. Now we'll have 15 on the green jacket, which is the 0. And let's see where the bets were. We lost that last one at 50, so these are going to go to 80. And that's because we're adding up the two previous bets. And this is a $2,000 bankroll system. or a $200 bankroll system if you were to use dollar units instead of tens. This is a $2.55 total bet. We're 13 minutes 30 seconds in out of 15. That's another loss, 34 red. So let's see how far we're down now. So that's 355. So we went down 100, and then we were down 200, 300. That's 200 more. And plus the 50. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's $25 more on the zero. So let's go ahead and add that in. So for each $50 you lose below zero, you go down by $5. So we did that, but now we need to increase these bets here. You can see we had 80. So we had 80 plus 50. That's 130 each. Okay. And that's just adding up the two previous bets. Okay, so the purse just dramatically increased. If we hit zero now, it's going to pay a lot. And this is a $430 total bet. We've had a lot of losses here. We need to get a win. And then we got one. That's a 12 red. Okay, that's a $350 win, which helps a little bit. We're -5 now. That was a good one, but now we have to go in reverse. So you can see we had 130 on these. Remember, before we were at 130, where were we? Okay, we went 10, 10, 20, 30, 50, 80, and then 130. So we're going to go from 130 back to 80 in reverse. So let's take those off. Make sure these are right. So let me put those back out again. Let me see how many we have here. Okay, so we have 40 on the zeros. Let's put that out. Make sure the bets are right. We're going to go from 130 back to 80 on the holes. That's because we're going up and down the Fibonacci sequence. That's a 280 total bet, and let's spin. We're 15. Actually, we just ran out of time on this one. And that's a 7 red. That's our last spin. Okay, that's a $200 win. So we ended up $195 in profit with the Green Jacket Roulette system by Scott. This is a lot of fun, and you know, it took a while. It took a lot of losses for us to get up there in the Fibonacci sequence, and we still ended up winning money. And we hit a green jacket, which obviously the goal of the system is when you do hit the green jacket, which is the zero, you cash out, which is a lot of fun. But we were going to play for the full 15 minutes, and both the systems did really well today, and Fibonacci 12 did unbelievable. So I hope you enjoyed both of these. Let me know down in the comments what you think of each. But I definitely like the Fibonacci sequence, and I like when you're playing with 18 numbers, which in this case were 18 holes, I like to go up and down, go back down the way that you go up. And with 12 numbers, you can restart when you get a win. But when you're playing with 18 numbers, like we did with the Masters tournament today, then I think it's better to go up and down the sequence, go back down the way you went up. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. And that was still very successful. We won $195 in 15 minutes. And it's kind of fun to have the jackpot, which is the green jacket. And again, with each $50 that you lose below zero, you increase that by 1 unit, which is $5. So if you go down 50, it goes to 10. If you go down 100, it goes to 15, and so on. So the purse keeps increasing as you get down, which if you hit the zero at that point, will save the day for you. So hope you really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed playing that one. And once you get the hang of the Fibonacci sequence, it actually gets pretty easy once you learn the numbers. And you start adding up the two previous bets, you get really familiar with them. And I hope you enjoyed that. Remember to send your roulette systems into roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And every single day of the week, 365 days of the year, I pick one of your guys' strategies, test it out on the channel, and then it's your guys' turn to test it out. And make sure you share in the comments what you think about it, good or bad. That helps everyone in the community out, and everyone loves to read how other people did and use that information to decide which system to use at the casino. And I love seeing them as well, so please send those in. Again, that's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. Can't wait to see what you guys send in tomorrow. And this is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.